every Sunday, Pat Sullivan from Sullivan Hardware and Garden gives us great advice on do-it-yourself home improvements. Today, he talks about preparing your landscaping and planters for the fall.
Well, you know, fall is for planting, and we have a whole nother planting season ahead of us. You know, it's time to rejuvenate some of those flowers, although the flowers, I must say, look pretty good because we've had such a nice spring and summer. All right, mums. Now, a lot of people are tired of mums, but mums are still a staple. Number one question we always get, do these mums come back? Yes and no. The mums will come back if you do the right things. The problem really is, to get a mum to come back, you should really plant it in the spring. Now, who wants to plant fall mums in the spring? That would be nobody. So it's really hard to find them. We used to sell little mum starts in the spring. We usually threw them away. So now you generally can't find too many mums in spring. So then you have full-grown mums ready to go. Most people use them as annuals, and that's fine. You can put them in pots. You can, plant them in the ground. But if you want them to come back, you take this mum, plant it in the ground, enjoy it this fall. You'll get, depending on how full bloomed it is, you'll get 4 or 5 weeks out of it. Then when it comes to putting it to bed for the winter, you want to make sure you mulch up around it. Don't cut it back. Go ahead and leave the structure there. That'll kind of help hold the mulch around it, but really mulch it up. So then in the spring, hopefully it'll start to come back up. Then you can dig and divide if you'd like to have more mums. If you just let it come back up, then you have to pinch it back. So you just kind of keep pinching it back until about the 4th of July. And then you'll get this nice, and then after 4th of July, you let it go and you let it set its buds, and then you'll have a fall mum. If you just let it go, what you end up with is a floppy, blooming July mum, and nobody wants that. So that would be that. All right, other things, cabbage and kale. You think, well, why would I want to plant this? If you haven't planted ornamental cabbage, as soon as it starts to get cold, this turns vibrant colors. So you can get cabbage, you can get kale. The cabbage will get a little taller, be going a little taller. The kale has more of the ruffled leaves to it, so another great ornamental. A lot of people are tired of mums. I know it's shocking, isn't it? But there is a lot of different plants that you can use in the fall, like a lot of the like dioecia, osteospermum like this. These are plants that only like the cool weather, so generally, if you had them this summer, they probably didn't look so well, all right? So now is the time you can come back. You can take old planters, like this is just an old planter, okay? So see how it's gotten kind of rotty, but look, you got some nice angelonia in there. So what I would suggest you do is really get in there and then pull out some of the dead stuff, leave whatever's nice. Maybe it's a grass, or it's generally the filler that seems to make it all right. And then kind of add back some of these type of plants, and fill it up with fall plants. And here you have this nice height. You've already paid for it, so you're not throwing that away. And you can really get, maybe drop a small mum in there, a grass. There's so many things. Look at these peppers. How cool is that? So those are ornamental peppers. Now here's one, of course, the cooking show routine. There's one I did earlier. So this was already in there. The filler was already there. I just kind of added a mum, some pansies, a little bit of kale to it, got an ornamental pepper, bada bing, and I have a beautiful planter, and my wife will be so impressed.